welcome to week 13 of our Cork City Marathon training plan. I am joined by our esteemed colleagues, Brian Ahern and Ken Nesson. Brian, how are you?
Yeah, all good. Good to be back. We're nearly there. It's getting
Squeaky
big
bum
week.
time. Squeaky
Yeah.
bum time. Ken Nesson, how are you?
We're very good. We're very good. We're very good.
That's excellent. Now, lads, a lovely busy week last week, and I will say before we get into it, but could definitely see with the competition was a nice prize because the interest in the comments and everything went way up in it. So
Mhm.
it was a nice one. So again, thanks to everybody for that. But we will get straight into it. Ken, you want to call out the plan for us?
I will indeed. Okay, so week 13, we're getting right up there now at the moment. So Monday, rest as normal. Tuesday, 35 to 40 minutes, easy conversational pace. Wednesday is our workout day where we're 15 minutes warm up, 15 minutes warm down. And our workout section is 10 minutes at a type of tempo pace of about 60%. So kind of a bit above your kind of conversational pace for 10 minutes. We then take 3 minutes recovery. When we do 6 minutes, again at about 60% effort, we'll then do 3 minutes recovery and we'll do a 3-minute rep. And we'll kind of pep it up a bit for that one where we go kind of 70 to kind of 75% effort. Okay. Thursday, Friday, rest again. Saturday, 35 to 40 minutes, easy conversational pace. Sunday, we're ramping it up. Our target is to try to hit 250 to 3 hours, and that is going to be our maximum.
Yeah.
From there, we will start stepping it down then for the rest of the weeks, but it's a good confidence booster to get to that 3 hours.
Yeah, and try to get to 3 hours. I know it's 250 to 3, and look, if you can get to the 3 hours, it would definitely give you that confidence going into what is now 4 weeks away. You know what I mean? So it'll definitely give you the you feel like you've done the work and it's done, you know?
Confidence, yeah. And again, I know we've been saying it for the last couple of weeks, but like it's now never as important as to be as prepared for that long. Like the more prepared you are for this long run, treating it as a race day, the better you'll do on the day. So like, fuel well for this, hydrate well, even on the run. Like I know a lot of people, I've done it myself, whereby, you'll go out on your long run and you won't have the water out there, you won't have the gels, whatever. Like, you've got to take it now as this is your real big test and have prepped as if it's race day. Get your fuel right, get your breakfast right, fuel well the day beforehand, and so on.
And work out
And
your course
rest.
beforehand. Work out your
Yeah,
course.
that's a big one, I think,
You know what I
actually.
mean?
Yeah.
Work it out. This is this is 3 hours. This is a long time out there. So work where your route is. If you have to do loops, be it, because you can get your water into you and you can get your gels into you, whatever you need to. So, plan all this out beforehand because these finer details will make the day a lot easier.
Yeah. I'd also say as well, dial it back a bit, even like again, there's no medals handed out next week, just the job is to get through it. If you need to ease it back a bit, if people are doing the run walk technique, maybe your training hasn't gone, maybe there's slight niggles there, whatever. Listen to the body as well would be important.
Yeah. And they obviously for a lot of people, this is kind of a big enough session on the Wednesday and a big one on Sunday.
Yeah.
So what's the idea behind it? Is it just to get used to tired legs, we say, going to the long run, or what is it?
It is, yeah. We're like, it's just get used to our leg. But again, with the 10-minute effort, we want to get you used to running for like a pace slightly longer than your conversational pace to kind of like where the 10-minute effort will give you more of an endurance aspect. And then like the speed getting down to 3 minutes then will be for turnover aspect as well.
Yeah, it's only the legs turnover, just a little leg turnover, because sometimes I think you can get stuck in the same speed for a lot of it, and the legs get a little bit leggy.
So to change the paces within that workout will give you different aspects where you'll be able to pick it up and on marathon day.
Yeah, exactly. So brilliant. So again, just for people there, sorry, no,
I'll do it, Damon, because I wrote it down like I did last week when you tried to catch me as well, actually. Monday rest, Tuesday 30 to 45 minutes, easy. Wednesday is the session, warm up for 15 minutes, 10 at 60% effort with 3 minutes recovery, 6 at 60% effort with 3 minutes recovery, and 3 at 70% effort with a 15-minute cool down. Thursday rest, Friday rest, Saturday 30 to 35 minutes easy, And Sunday is the long run. Again, be prepared, take it handy, 2 hours 50 to 3 hours.
Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
it. Beautiful, stunning. Right, okay. Competition time. We had, as I said earlier, brilliant competition to win a pair of Good Earth sunglasses. Unfortunately, today, and it's in the day we're recording this, we did definitely not need them. It was lashing rain most of the day, but
Good weather is on the
brighter
way.
times ahead. So, and we will now go to that draw for who's the winner of the glasses. And well done to the winner. They're a lovely pair. If you contact us again on Instagram or social media or Facebook, we will get back to you and we will arrange to pick up for them glasses. But look, hopefully they will bring you good luck on the day. Now, lads, next prize. Okay. So
What are we, week 13?
Week 13, this is a big
Okay.
one. So week
Yeah,
13 for
13.
some is
They're all big
unlucky.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay. This now is probably the biggest, definitely the biggest value wise. But anyway, so I had a conversation with somebody in the shop today who Ken knows, and we were talking about shoes and the importance of having more than one pair on the go. And for me, it's very important that you have more than one pair on the go for a number of reasons, but I'm not going to go into all them reasons. We've done it before. But so this week, we are given the chance of someone to win a pair of Asics shoes. All right.
Nice.
So these shoes now is the Gel Cumulus is what we have. 160 euros worth, lads. And that is this week's prize. And unfortunately to Brian and Ken, they cannot enter this competition, nor can their significant others be in it for them. Once you're part of the team, lads, that's it.
Andy Golden just said no, cannot enter.
Yeah.
And he'll buy the shoes for us.
So all you have to do, simple. YouTube, obviously, again, is the only place that you can win this. You have to subscribe. You have to comment as well. And what I would like in this time, and this is a slight difference, I would like you to have, if you don't have to, but I'd like to have a couple of questions that you might have. And it could be anything. This doesn't have to necessarily be about the marathon. It can be any questions you want, and myself and Brian and Ken we'll see if we get enough questions in. We might do a separate question and answer day or something like that, but it can be a question about anything. So
super price. Yep.
Super price.
Yep.
So
again, as I said, we're spying people. That's savage, no fairness.
Yeah. So that is next week's competition. And again, you will have till Saturday, 8 a.m. to get your entries in as you do from now on all the competitions. And we will do the draw then on that time for that. So that is it. That's a big one. I'm not going to let you know. I was looking forward to that one. So next week I can say straight off we're not topping that. So get over everybody. We'll be going back down. So
well, talking about questions,
time. Yeah.
Here we have a few for you. So I'll shout them out again. You can fire away with your answers. So first one is in from Greg Cummins. What time should you eat your main meal of the day in the day before the marathon? So what time should you eat your main meal the day before the marathon?
Brian, what time do you eat your main meal before the day, before any day?
Yeah.
I would say 6 o'clock-ish.
Ken,
6 o'clock.
before you were doing a race, what's the day before?
Probably around 6 to 7, yeah.
Then never change it.
Yeah, never change it, yeah.
What you're doing now is what you do the day before the race.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Do not, under any circumstances, change anything the few days before the race. If you get up and you have your breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, you get up and you have your breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning. I know obviously the race will slightly change that, but the day before it, you do the same things that you do. Or else what you do 3 to 4 weeks time out, which is now, you start going, right, the race is at, what time is it, 9:15 or whatever it is. All right, I need to be up at 7:30. You know, start getting up at 7:30 to get your breakfast and to get used to that. Dinner wise, keep it to about 6 o'clock. You don't want it too late, and you obviously, I think 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock is in around that perfect time for me anyway.
Yeah, if it's too late, you'd be tossing and turning because it won't be digested properly.
Yeah.
Next one, I think is for me. So it's from it looks like John Dillon, I believe. So his question is, ahead of the Manchester Marathon, can you advise what you ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner 48 hours before? Okay, so 48 hours before we'll go back to Friday. I did dial in a lot actually to my fueling, actually more than ever on the Friday. I was reading up about, this 10, no, back to the point that you made, Damon, just there. I didn't dramatically change anything, but I just became more conscious that I was, in times gone by, I was skipping stuff when you're out and about, but I made sure I had a good breakfast, which would normally be porridge, maybe a banana as well. Um, I was conscious of getting a lot of like pastas in, we'll say, which I like anyway, and I would eat anyway as well. Like, so again, lunch was made up of something like pasta. I kind of kept nibbling through today because it's actually quite hard to get, when they recommend you should have 10, is it 10, what is it, 10 grams for your per kg or something? Is it? I can't remember what the
Jesus, that's a lot of food. Well,
yeah, what the saying is. But anyway, I remember reading the packets and making sure I was getting in, and it was quite tough, like, but yeah, I just kind of like, rice cakes as well, kind of in between meals, and bits and pieces like that. But again, pasta again for dinner. So I got there, but Saturday again, same, Saturday was traveling, so that became very different. So again, that's different to someone who might be doing a marathon in their own city. So like breakfast was very early Saturday because we were flying out at 7 in the morning. So lunch, I think again, it was kind of um, bagels was used a lot over there as well, eating a lot of bagels, rice cakes, pasta. I had a big pasta dish the Saturday night at the 6 o'clock before the race and the morning. And again, sorry, just to go back, I kind of brought in electrolytes a lot more in the last day or two as well. And then the night beforehand, I topped up with the Precision, the PF 1500 electrolyte. And again, I had that again on the race morning. So race morning breakfast was porridge, banana. I had one or two kind of bars there. These carb load bars, one or two of them, and I had that the fuel mixed drink as well. So I kind of, more than I've ever really had in any previous marathon. I certainly think I took in a lot in terms of carbs and calories in the 48 hours. So I do think it's important.
But it worked, so it's good.
But it worked. Yeah, but it worked. But again, like I think the previous question and what Damon said there was key. Like, don't leave that till the 48 hours beforehand. If you don't start doing some pastas that you've never tried before with sauces, and all of a sudden your stomach is all over the place,
Yeah, and a lot of it sometimes has to be a bit plainer. You don't want spicy, you don't want these kind of things. And again, you need to suss this next, lads, this next 2 weeks for me is vital for people to get everything started.
Yeah. But again, like for me, like as I said, there was nothing. Well, I probably upped stuff. Like again, the breakfast was porridge, banana. That's what I would do anyway. Getting into hydration, a lot of hydration. But again, not flooding yourself, but sipping all day long.
Yeah.
Electrolytes in the water in the last couple of days. I probably added a bit more of that. All right. But yeah, nothing really dramatic other than that.
Yeah.
Plain and boring.
Yeah.
Next one is for Samantha Coakley. What do you consider the most important thing? This is a very good question, actually. What do you consider the most important thing or the non-negotiable for the day before the big race? So what's non-negotiable? What's a must?
Non-negotiable, I would say, is don't be walking around the place. Stay off your feet.
Yeah, that's exactly I think as well. Yeah,
I was going to say the same as well. Kind of rest. I was the way I was going to word it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be gained.
There's not, like I will say, right.
Don't go shopping.
Some people might say sleep. Sleep is irrelevant the night before. I think sleep is more important prior to the second to last day and the third to last day. You're not getting that much sleep the night before.
You'd be tossing and turning the night before.
Yeah. But for me, it's keep yourself hydrated and keep yourself on a couch if you possibly can. Just get up and walk very little. I know you probably have to go and get your number, but even if you're smart enough, you get someone to do that for you. Do you know what I mean? Like just go, oh, geez, you're going in there. Will you get my number? Perfect. Thanks very much. Everything to a minimum within reason. Look, you don't want to be freaking sitting on the couch as well, getting stiff and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Get your family doing everything for you that day.
Yeah. Get a few like feet massages and a whole lot of it. Like, recommend that to the partners, look, this is how we said it, get foot massage the whole lot the night before. It'll be very important. But look, for me, it's rest. If there's nothing else you can do that's going to improve you for the next day. Nothing.
Yeah.
All you can do is disimprove what you're going to do. So you have to just be smart. Do as little as you can, eat enough and drink enough water, and I think that's it.
And the other one I would probably add as well is like lay out everything that you're like don't wait till the morning you get up. And it
Oh,
might sound
100%
stupid to
true.
say that because, but I'm sure there's people who will, like, but get ready well in advance, put on your number on the jersey that you're wearing, signet you're wearing, and put that on you because you might be surprised where you might pin something wrong or whatever it might be. So put that on, just try it on around the house, take it back off, check your laces on your runners. You don't want panic on the last morning when you wake up. Just a point on sleep, because like I've done as a 15 marathons, though I think I've only ever had one night's sleep where it went well the night before the marathon. So yeah, as you said, it's overrated. Just
Yeah,
rest where you
you're
can.
not
If you can
sleeping.
get it, great. Yeah.
But before every race I ran all through the years, right? My best night's sleep was 2 nights before. The
Yeah.
night before a race, you toss and turn because you're anxious about things.
Yeah, definitely.
But
So
again,
that's
when
a
I go back
normal.
to my Manchester experience as well, like 2 nights beforehand, even I was traveling so we had to be at the airport for 6, getting the kids off to bed the night before and all that stuff. So like again, I didn't get much sleep that night. So don't panic, is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
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 Next one.
Next one is from Faye. Do you rate the compression boots? Are they worth investigating in? Now, Ken, we saw you in a pair there during the week.
Yeah. I think they're worth, yeah. So basically, over the last week now, I was on my feet a lot doing appointments and stuff like that. And I was like, do you know what? I get into these boots every now and again, see to help me and things like that, right? They do provide blood flow and a bit of clearance after a run and get things moving a bit. So they're definitely, I feel, over using them over the course of the last week, I felt like that my legs are feeling a bit better doing it. So it's like everything, a bit of everything does help, and you can purchase them and they're not that expensive. These ones on the market now, and they're using them in Mallow and other places and things, these Pulsio compression boots, right? You can, we're talking brands now. Am I allowed to say these things?
You're okay. We're not sponsored yet.
Yeah,
We'll
so
try and get them for as a
basically,
prize next week.
you can get these, you can buy these in through things, and you can buy them for about 330 quid.
Yeah.
These Pulsar compression boots. And to me, they're very good for that price range.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you, Ken.
Yeah.
I slightly disagree in one aspect of the boots. Okay. So for me, I actually think the boots are really good. They are but they are absolutely useless unless you use them regularly enough throughout the week. You
Yes.
cannot use it
That's
once every 2 weeks or
Yeah.
once after in the blue moon.
Yeah.
For me, they need to be worn after your long run. They need to be 3 days a week effectively, I think, to get the most out of the boots. So,
So you must own them, I think.
yeah, I think because look, going to any of these recovery centers and stuff like that is brilliant and they are lovely. Again, I think you do have to go to these kind of regularly enough to get the most out of them. So if you have the compression boots, use them. Sit down and enjoy them and use them about 3 to 4 days a week, and you will see a benefit. You will not see a benefit if you use it once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, totally. I find a benefit in my legs when I was standing a lot the last couple of days. I used them at least 3 times this week, and I find like, I was less tired from standing as much.
Yeah.
But I was using them regularly. Yeah.
Brian, have you ever used them?
Once, I think, ever. So I'm certainly not going to comment. I wouldn't know enough about them. Like, yeah.
Brian, as we're recording right now, we've got another question which has just come in. All right. And I'll ask this one. This is this is literally just come in the second. So, okay. This is from Gregory McGee. Great advice as always. Any thoughts on what distance we should be covering on the long run? I'm up to 26K, but wondering if this needs to be above 30 in the next few weeks. Thanks. So that has just come in, and like usually we have a quick chat with questions and we get our thoughts into our head. So this is very 30K, so 30K is 20. Look, as we said before, when I done most of my marathons, at the earlier days, I would have been doing probably 17 miles. So I don't know what I don't know
I
what
was just
that's
actually checking 17 miles as well, because that was mine as well.
Yeah. So 17 / maybe 18 miles.
28K.
So yeah, so like I never in my
27K.
earlier days, and then that time straight off, my first 2 marathons I ran 352-ish or something like that. So I don't think there's no such thing as a magic number you have to get over. Yes, if you can get near to that, but if you get near to 30K and you're putting yourself under pressure just to get to that 30K, then it's pointless. If you're within, I honestly think the reason we picked 3 hours as a number to finish into, because 3 hours is a long time on your feet.
Yeah.
If you can get through that and feel comfortable at the end of the 3 hours, taking everything on the race day, taper, taking, the atmosphere, taking the buzz, taking all that, you will get past, the next hour or so that you have to do, no problems. So just run the 3 hours, I think. And I mean that, like, I think that's the best thing. Be it that could be 29.8K,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's perfect. Done your work. So don't be putting yourself under pressure to run a distance. Run the 42.2 on the day, and that's the most you're going to have to run anyway. So, be ready for that more than anything else.
Yeah, especially if it's your first time and you're just starting out. It's not a total necessity to get to 30 something K. If you're getting up to high 20s, that'll be okay.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, look, again, it's the expectation. Look, if you're just want to finish the race and get around it, then, don't put pressure on yourself in terms of distances and time and etc. Just be as consistent, I think, is the key again as you can be. Like you, Damien, I think I only got up to 17 miles in my very first marathon. And again, as I said to others, I did a run walk technique. So if you're finding that hard, just look up. There's other ways you get around it,
Yeah.
And just as you said, there's no magic number. There's people who do marathons sub 3 hours and more, and they might never get to a 30K run, and they just, so everybody's different as well. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. That's all the questions, lads. Again, another busy episode. Thanks to everybody for the questions. So a couple of things. One, don't forget competition for next week, which, you have to subscribe to the show and comment down below, preferably with a question. But either way, you're going to get in anyway, so don't worry about it. But more importantly, lads, we never discussed this last week, but we're going to discuss it this week. We have, of course, the official after party after the Cork City Marathon, half marathon, and 10K. So we will be there from approximately, I say, give or take 1 o'clock-ish. I think they open at 12:30. We'll be in there from about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Ken will be there. Brian will be there, of course, and all the crew will be there. The plan is podcast episodes with the lads coming up and chatting. So winners, male, female, guests. So if anyone has a story they wish to tell, send it on to us, and we will happily have a chat with you as well on the day. But we have spot prizes, lads, and
I wouldn't even call them spot prizes. They're mega prizes.
They're megas. We like. We've won now, which is
on the day.
we've won now. We don't know. They'll find these out beforehand because these are big. This will draw you in. So we have one which we got over the line. We've got 4 actually, which we got over the line. One of them is, to give it heads. Now I won't tell you what it is, but has a value of €700. Is one of the prizes that we have. Okay.
No, yeah, they're good prizes in fairness. Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's one of the prizes, and the others are, 300, 400 euros as well. So this year, as we said, we are concentrating on getting good spot prizes. So anyone who's watching this, if you wish to help us out on that side as well, please give us a shout. We will be happily to, put out there that you're supporting us and everything in that way as well. But yeah, so don't forget Deep South on Grand Parade. We're hosting it again this year from 1 o'clock till whatever time it is, usually about 4 or 5 o'clock. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a laugh. Yeah, we're going to have a laugh. Look, it was a great crack last year, and I think this year is going to be bigger and better.
Yeah, totally agree. So, hopefully won't be as sick as last year though. After it.
I know. We'll have to be good with that. Right, so with that, lads, week 13 done and dusted. We will talk to you all next week.
Cheers.
Have a good week, everyone. Bye.